I have no idea if I started a vlog. I don't think I did. But it's popping, people. It's your boy. One. What? And I wouldn't say eventful morning, but we were up, got some stuff done, took the car back. Then we came back. The Uber driver was driving like a crazy person though. I don't mind. She minded more than I did. But then made some food, washed the dishes, and got ready because the homie's gonna pull up and we're gonna shoot some flicks for his store. I think I should have put the clip in one of my other vlogs, but of the clothes that y'all seen, it's not those clothes. That's his old brand, but we're taking some flicks for his new shit, so that's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be cool to get out in the city. You already know how I am. I always like getting outside, so it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be cool. Have a good day for the rest of the day. Shorty was supposed to come, but then she said no.
No, I just didn't get ready in time.
Yeah, she wasn't ready in time. But it's all good. She'll make it out for the next pop out.
Next time.
But yeah, man. Keep out on for the journey for the rest of the day. For surely. And yeah, gonna be rocking and rolling. See you in a second. Got done with the shoot and everything. Sorry I didn't get more clips. Well, I mean, y'all not gonna know. Well, I mean, y'all gonna know when y'all see the video, but I would've got more clips, but we was just shooting and try to get it done real quick because we already got out there a little later than we was trying to. But definitely good shoot. I'm glad he got some good quality shots in his pieces. His pieces are crazy, bro. I'm really excited for him to drop this shit. Y'all gonna see me in it a lot, trust. Y'all gonna see me in it a lot because that shit is fucking fire. It's not just fire in what it is and what it means, but the quality of that fucking jacket was insane. Like, I've never felt a jacket that good of quality before. So y'all stay tuned. I'm definitely be doing a lot of promotion for that. Always trying to support the homies. But yeah, man, just vibing and chilling out here, trying to live and do my best. So I was definitely blessed with the opportunity, and I'm appreciative of him giving it to me. But yeah, he definitely came in clutch. So I see y'all. Well, people, it's about that time again. Had a beautiful day today. Appreciative of the homie Trey for hooking that up for me and allowing me to model his brand. Can't wait for y'all to see it, like I said before. Much love, blessings, and peace to all y'all. Gratitude's the attitude. Keep being grateful for the opportunities, and they'll keep coming, man. So y'all stay good, y'all stay up, y'all sleep good, and I will see you tomorrow. poppin' dudes and dudettes? It's your boy One. I actually have already recorded the start of the video, but it's not necessarily an intro, so this is gonna be the intro. But you already know, up and at 'em. Got not a day necessarily out planned. Really just want to get stuff done here, cleaning up wise and like cleaning the animals and stuff like that. But other than that, really just chilling. It's 11:11. But yeah, just chilling. I'm probably gonna get started on that soon. We've been waiting on the call, trying to get some food stamps. So that's what we've been waiting on, but it's taking all day, so I'm probably gonna get started and she can take the call. But other than that, man, I don't think we have much going on. So y'all stay tuned, y'all stay up. I'm gonna try to get some clips. I mean, it's not gonna be too crazy, but y'all see what's up, man. Much love to you. I'll see you in a second. Jeez. What's going on? Oh, come here, my babies. I'm not sure. I don't know why I started recording while I was yawning, but
Stop.
But took a little nap and now cleaned the litter and swept the stairs though. Got a couple more things I wanted to do today. And I'll show y'all what I do just to get more clips for the vlog. Cause if I'm doing a new thing, if the vlog is no more than 5 minutes, I'm gonna put it in 2 parts. Cause I want to try to actually have content, not fucking clip shows, you feel me? So that's what I'm gonna do. But yeah, man. I'll show y'all what I'm up to for the rest of the day. Didn't properly end the vlog yesterday, so I'm ending it today the right way. Cause I don't care. Much love to y'all, man. I hope y'all slept good. I hope y'all day has been even better so far. I was kind of iffy about if I wanted to record today because I was having some internal battles this morning, but I probably am just to get some content out for y'all. And because I actually really do like doing this, like, because the biggest thing for me is that, and I'm sure y'all remember if y'all have been sticking around and watching my videos for a while, but at first I used to write my reflections. I used to write what happened in my day every day. Sometimes throughout the day, sometimes I just recount it all at night. But nevertheless, that's what I was doing at first. But then my homie Jalen, Dan, as y'all may know him because of music and shit, but he is actually one of the first people who really put me on to the idea of doing YouTube. I had already had the idea kind of in the back of my head, but he was one of the people who really pushed me to do it just because we were talking about our mediums and things that we can do to continue to push out the messages that we're trying to push out and stuff like that. And he, I guess he had the same vision I did in a way. And that was one of the first things he was just like, yeah, bro, you should just like start doing YouTube, just set your phone up and just talk how we talking right now. Just talk to the camera because you have a lot to say. And after that, I kind of just made it a thing. And I also see the benefit of all the other aspects that YouTube can do as far as promoting myself and the things that I'm trying to do for the world and for myself. So I like doing this shit. Like, don't ever get it confused if I'm not uploading or if they're getting like kind of spotty or something like that. A nigga just existing. That has nothing to do with the fact that I'm like I don't have any motivation to do this anymore, nothing like this. Because honestly, right now I have stupid momentum. Like, regardless of how the numbers look right now, because numbers really don't mean shit in the end all be all of it. My momentum is crazy right now, and it's only going to continue to propel me into the future that I desire and the future that is meant for me, because I'm willing to put in the time and the effort and the work to do so, because it's for me. Like, this is for me. This is not for anybody else besides myself. Everything I do on my channel is and that I show is me trying to represent the beauty of the world that I reside in and that I create, while also being able to share myself with the world in a way that I never did before. Because honestly, half the time it's hard to even know yourself when you have lived so many different lives at such a young age. Um, so for me, the hardest part of any part of this journey that I've been on is just figuring out who exactly I am, or at least who I want to be. Because you create, we are art pieces in and of ourselves. Our bodies, our minds, our souls are all pieces of art within a being that is being represented in however you want to represent yourself. So, are you gonna make it a masterpiece, or are you gonna make it a piece of shit? And that's one of the biggest things for me right now, is just learning that my past doesn't define me. My mistakes don't define me. Even like even the thought I had just a couple minutes ago. Not to say it was anything bad, but just like anything that's happened in the past, even just a second ago, is no longer relevant in the grand scheme of things. As far as like, I can't change it now. I can't do anything about it now. So why not accept it and be okay with it for what it is, instead of trying to push and pull and break my back not to be this way or be that way, or make these people happy or make those people happy. I ain't like that. I ain't never been like that. That's one thing I can say. While it was hard, and while it even still to this day is relatively hard to know and understand myself so I can portray myself properly, it's not hard for me to have discernment of knowing what I like and what I don't. Um, the things I listen to, the things I ingest, like, all those things are things that I can control, and those are things that I can honestly say do make up very integral parts of me, because those things are gonna have they result in your guys' understanding and portrayal of me, or how you all see me in any light, no matter if you like me or you don't. Um, but that has no influence on me. That has no effect on me. Y'all could hate my guts, and I really wouldn't give a fuck. Like, that has nothing to do with me. Um, my life is my life, and I'm only living it for me. I'm the creator of this shit. So why would I put value or put any even like energy or time into how somebody else thinks about what I'm doing, or how I feel, or what I've done? Like, I don't care. Like, it has no pull on me, it has no draw on me. I put value on everything in life. So if I'm gonna sit here and put value on something that I don't necessarily agree with, especially if it's about me, I'm selling my soul. I'm giving myself away and relinquishing my power to other beings that are my equal, but in the grand scheme of it, seek my validation. That's what you have to understand. So that's why I'm trying to move away from. And I was even talking about it with my girl just earlier. Like, I'm sick of biting my tongue and trying to be cool. I'm naturally a cool nigga, so I don't have to be cool. I don't have to try to be cool, at least. Like, everything I do, everything I say, how I act is very natural, anyways. But I have had a long standing history of being a people pleaser, to the point where even if I don't necessarily care if they like me, I just don't like. I've been hurt a lot in my life that I don't like to, or even, I don't even want people to think that any of the pain that I went through should be put on to anybody else, or any of the hurt that I've seen or experienced should be put on to anybody else. That's one thing about it. Like, even the people who hurt me the most, I would never wish that. I would never wish anything bad upon them, and I definitely wouldn't wish what happened to me to happen to anybody else or to them back. So that's why for me it's like, um, I'm trying to step away from that people pleasing shit, because I already have it in my mind that I don't care how people feel about me. I've always been like that. I'm gonna be myself no matter what. But I do have a tendency to beat around the bush or bite my tongue about certain things, just because I don't like hurting people's feelings, because I don't like people's feelings being hurt. But at the end of the day, sometimes that's just what it is. Sometimes that's what it has to be. Like, I can't control how you feel, and I'm not gonna try to. If I say something that you don't agree with, then don't agree with it. Ain't nobody telling you to agree with me. Ain't nobody telling you to feel me on what I'm saying or how I'm feeling, my nigga. Like, it is what it is. I don't care. But don't disrespect me. That's all I say. Don't disrespect me. Love me for the person I am the same way I love you for the person that you are. Respect me for the person I am for, and I'm gonna respect you for the same person you are. But I'm big on reciprocating energy. So if I'm not getting the energy and I'm trying to receive, either you're gonna have to move around or I'm gonna give you that energy back. And typically that energy is going to be worse when I give it back because of how powerful of a being that I am. And it's not that I'm intentionally trying to do anything to harm or hurt anybody, but you got to understand some of us are more ordained than others. Some of us have certain higher beings that don't play that shit when it comes to them because of the path that they chose and because of the path that they're embarking on in order to change the world and have created anew. And it's not to say that oh, chosen one this, chosen one that. We're all chosen for specific things. The only difference is that some of us are creators and some of us are not. We all create, but some of us are creators and some of us are not. Some of us consciously create and others don't. That's the difference between a creator and somebody who's not. We are all creators. We all can build, transform, and destroy. We all have the capabilities of doing that. The only difference is that some of us are trying to learn or can do it consciously, which is especially if it's for the betterment of this of the collective, which is that's their God-given ability, and that's something that God has chosen them to do. But there are people who do it purely for destruction. But even then, they're still doing it consciously. If you're creating unconsciously, that's why randomness happens in your life. That's why you don't understand why this happened or why that happened or why you feel like that or why you feel like this, because you're not conscious of what's going on in your mind or what's going on in your body, your inner world. So, needless to say, I don't know. I just got off on a crazy tangent. But needless to say, I am who I am. My past is my past. It does not define me. My mind doesn't define me. This body doesn't define me. Nothing defines. Nothing can define the universe because it's infinite. It has no bearing to human conceptual thought or words that we have created to try to describe it. All those descriptions are just that. They're just descriptions. They aren't actually identifying and exemplifying what all this is, what the universe is, and none of that. So I'm not gonna sit here and put myself in a box. I'm not gonna allow myself to be put in a box or to be felt like I'm being put in a box by myself, honestly, because it's not. I'm not even gonna be on that. They did this or he did that or whatever. We're all one. It don't matter if you like it or not. It don't matter if you like even the most evil people in history, my nigga. You were them too. They came before you. You have the same lineage, same bloodline, the same spark of divine light inside of you that they did. All that same darkness, you have it inside you. You just move different. You grew up in a society where some of those things and some of those actions and those behaviors aren't tolerated or accepted, but that does not mean that those feelings are not still residing in you somewhere. It's your job and your ability as a conscious creator, if you're creating consciously, to have the discernment of saying, okay, that's something that I want to support, or is that something that I don't? But again, that does not mean that one side is right and one side is wrong. Life is neutral. All things happen for a reason, literally. Everything happens for a reason. We have the choice to choose what we want to dictate that reason is, how we feel about that reason, and what that means for us. But that does not belittle or denounce anybody else or how anybody else feels. Presidential elections, for example, nobody, bro. Trump and Biden are two sides of the same coin, just like everything else in this life. Everything is two sides of the same coin. And the thing about it is, we're one with them too. Like we're like we have the same energy and the same universal connection to them as we do to a hobo, as we do to our animals, as we do to bugs. Like we all are connected literally. So for you to say you hate Donald Trump or you hate Joe Biden or you love Donald Trump or you love Joe Biden or whatever, you're starting to choose a side, and that causes separation. That same separation that's being caused is what's causing so much rifts in the world in general, in the universe in general. It's why we still aren't understanding, and why we're honestly devolving as a race and as a people, because we aren't taking the necessary steps to understand how deep the oneness really goes and how that can work in our favor to improve the planet. We're one with the planet. We're one with Mother Gaia. You know what I'm saying? Like, these aren't things that I'm making up. I mean, shit, most of this stuff you can see online already. Like, I'm not just making this shit up. Not to say I found this information online. I find this information from a divine source when I meditate and when I pray and when I go to sleep and I have dreams and I have downloads. But no matter what, these are things that have been proven, backed by science. These are things that have been proven, backed by other individuals who are in the field and understand in the field of understanding the gravity that this world truly holds. And no matter if you, like I said, no matter if you believe what I say or feel what I say or any of that, I really don't care. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that's going to really allow us as a human race and as a people to excel, like universally, like everybody and everything, every single microbe and microorganism in this experience, the only way we can work together to achieve the common goal of peace, neutrality, oneness, togetherness, love, like affection, all these things, is by stop separating yourself. Stop separating the world. Stop separating the way things go. There shouldn't be two parties to represent billions of people. There shouldn't be one person to represent billions of people either. Because we're all one mind. We're just like a hive mind. Even if you don't understand it, even if you can't comprehend what I'm saying, eventually you will. Because eventually something is going to happen. A synchronicity in your life, somebody in your life, a thing in your life, something's going to happen that shows you that this shit is a lot deeper and way more connected than you could ever understand. Our superpowers that's been talked about a lot, especially now, aren't superpowers. They're normal abilities that are being heightened with a heightened awareness to them. Because you already have the superpowers that they talk about. We already have them. It's just our ability to be aware of them and consciously use them to do whatever we're trying to do. Good or bad, right or wrong, everybody has the same power. It's just some of us know how to utilize it. Some of us don't. Some of us utilize it for the light. Some of us utilize it for the dark. But no matter what, it has to happen that way. It has to be both sides playing the field. If there was too much light, that's just as much of a problem as if there was just too much dark. There has to be balance in life. There has to be oneness in life. There has to be togetherness in life. We're all the same being. We're all the same thing. We're just experiencing life through different forms and mediums. I'm no different than my dogs, or my cats, or my turtle, or the bugs that's outside, or the car that I drive, or the street that I walk on, or the grass, or the trees. I'm no different than any of them. I'm everything. We are all everything. That's why we're all together. And the sooner we can get that shit through our fucking skulls and stop separating each other and separating ourselves in the cultures and the races and even in the countries. I mean, like, because I understand preserving a bloodline and I understand not necessarily wanting to cross procreate with other cultures and shit, but it shouldn't fucking matter. It really shouldn't. I'm not saying that how people feel about those things is wrong, and if that's a part of your culture or your religion, that you shouldn't be like that. If that's how you are, that's how you are. That's your culture, that's your religion, that's what it is. But that's still causing separation. The idea that two beings cannot be together just because they are of a different race or a different culture or a different continent, whatever, is even more separation. And don't get me fucked up. That don't mean that I support doing shit with animals or nothing like that. That's weird. That's weird. We're one with the animals, but now I mean we gotta fuck them. Really, we shouldn't even be necessarily fucking each other. But I mean, sex is also a normal part of life too, so I can't say too much about that. But, and the only I'll say this about sex. Sex has a bad rap because we've allowed the media and old programming to dictate that sex should be shameful, or it should be overly not even romanticized, like overly dramatized, like in porn. Like that's not fucking sex, and it shouldn't be shameful. It's a very natural and beautiful part of life. That's how we procreate. That's how we create more. Um, but nevertheless, uh, yeah, I be my brain be going, bro. But yeah, man, we just gotta stop with the separation. The separation is hurting us way more than anything else. And I understand that you don't want to feel. I know what it feels like to not want to accept the fact that you are one with somebody you may not like. For example, I don't know Drake. I never probably will meet that nigga. I don't care to meet him. And it's not like I hate that nigga. I don't hate anything. I love everything. To the extent that everything deserves love because we're all one, of course, like I'm saying. But I have my opinions and my feelings about him, particularly his music, because it feels like it gets to a point, and this is not just Drake. There's a lot of artists like this, especially nowadays because of streaming. But it feels like it's gotten to the point where he's more focused on the money than the art, and he's just putting out shit because he knows he's gonna get plays and get more money. Um, so for me, I can't listen to Drake. I won't listen to Drake. I have known Drake songs. I've listened to Drake songs. I've liked his songs in the past, and I'm not saying his music is trash. I'm saying I don't like it because it doesn't have soul. Purely that. I'd rather have an artist take fucking 5 6 years to perfect the album that's timeless and that I can listen to at every stage in my life than to have a nigga drop a song or an album every other week or every other month and it just gets over. It gets either overplayed or it's just overdone because he's just doing the same thing over and over again. Like I heard this already. Like that's what it gets to feeling like, and that's why I don't necessarily listen to Drake or appreciate the art or appreciate him as an artist now, especially as a rapper. That nigga's not a rapper. I'm sick of people saying that. But that's just my feelings on Drake. But that again has never taken me to a point where I'm like, fuck that nigga, man. I hate that nigga. Like, cause at the end of the day, me and Drake are connected on the same level as like I said, me and my dogs, me and my animals, me and my family, me and my friends. We're connected. Even if I don't know him personally, we are connected in the divine consciousness. We're connected in the divine way because we both come from the same source. So you gotta understand, no matter how you feel about them personally, you cannot spread hatred and expect the world to not show you hatred. It don't matter how good of a person you are. It don't matter how many good deeds you do for yourself in the world. If you're perpetuating negativity, hatred, separation, you're going to feel that in your own life. And that's why it's so hard for a lot of us, especially good-hearted people who just had a bad way, had a situation happen in their childhood with somebody that really fucked them up, or or even like with the war and stuff, or with Gaza and shit. Like I'm not picking a side because I have an understanding that while human atrocities are bad, first of all, you gotta understand, heaven and hell are on the same spectrum. It might be hell they're going through now, but death is the most sweet release that you can possibly have because then you live eternal life outside of this form. Only the body dies, the soul doesn't die. So these people, while what's happening to their physical may be bad, I'm not saying that it's not a sad occurrence that it has to happen, that death has to happen, especially in such an atrocious way. But now they get to live eternally, peacefully, blissfully. You gotta understand that. And you also have to understand war is a part of life. I don't necessarily agree with war or disagree with war, but I understand that it has to happen. I understand that it's how life goes. I understand that it's set in stone that in order for peace there must be war. I understand that. And I understand that the world is purging itself. And while God may not be sending floods down, we're doing it for him in all actualities. And I didn't say him. God is omnipotent. There is no gender with that. Um, but yeah, like it's just how it has to be. Like, even if it's not floods, it's the world starting wildfires. It's the world heating up, which it is. And yes, it is technically global warming, but I know y'all fucking some of y'all motherfucking brainiacs out there obviously don't believe that global warming is a thing. It's not global warming in the fact that okay, truthfully, while there is steps that we can take in order to combat global warming, the planet is heating up because if you're not supposed to be here or if you're not of this planet and you're coming here to wreak havoc on the planet and perpetuate destruction, like I said, the universe has a funny way of shooting your ass back in the back. You feel me? Especially when the universe and Mother Gaia and the planet, they work in unison. They work together. Um, so what the planet is doing right now is it's purging itself because it's imbalanced. It's not in alignment anymore because there's too much on the planet. There's too many people, there's too many objects, there's too much trash, there's too much of everything. There has to be homeostasis, there has to be balance in everything, especially a living being, which the planet is. So the thing about it is war, and it's fucked up. And I know some of y'all gonna think it's fucked up that I say this, but I don't honestly believe that it's fucked up because again, I believe that life is connected and everything has to happen how it has to happen in order for things to be brought back to balance. But with that being said, with the idea that war has to happen and that these people are finally feeling the sweet release of death instead of having to fear and be worried about what's going to happen to them next, if their house is going to get destroyed, if their car is going to get destroyed, if their kids are going to get lost, whatever, they get to feel eternal life. Um, like these are just natural parts of life. These are just natural things that has to happen in order for the world to be brought back to balance. And that's just real. I mean, if you want to do something to help those people in Gaza and Palestine, if you want to help the Palestinians, shit. Even if you want to help the Israelites, I don't. Hey, again, I have my own opinions about Israel. I don't need to go into that right now. Uh, but just trust and believe. I don't support what they do or what they've done, not only to the people of Gaza and Palestine, but to the world in general. But again, being an omnipotent being as I am, I have to understand those people are still a part of me in a way. Their beliefs and the actions that and the atrocities that they've committed are a part of me still, because we're all one. So even if I don't appreciate it or I don't like the fact that it's happening, and I have to understand that it's while it is a human doing it, the universe is only allowing it because it has to allow things to happen. It has to allow these processes to happen in order for the world to be brought back to homeostasis or to be brought anew. Chaos, destruction is another way of purification. You have to understand that just because it looks bad on paper, just because people are dying and things are being destroyed, you don't even you probably can't comprehend with your human mind right now the beauty that will come from all this shit. Even the shit that's gonna start happening in the United States, just because it ain't happened yet, don't mean that shit ain't coming. So be prepared. You gotta be aware. You gotta understand that these things are happening for a reason. Everything is happening for a reason, and some of us are gonna be phoenixes that uh, come from the ashes of this shit, and some of us are gonna be living our lives eternally with the source, with creator, with the universe. No matter what, it's gonna be beautiful. So continue to find the beauty that's still here. especially if you're in a country who hasn't faced the atrocities that have occurred. Please find the beauty in it. Find the beauty in yourself. Find the beauty in your damn room. Like, find the beauty in what we do have. Do not focus on what we don't have or what's being taken from us, because it's being taken from us for a reason. The things that are happening to those people, it's happening to them for a reason. Not to say they did anything to deserve it, but it's happening to them because there's a silver lining after it. There's something that's beautiful that's going to come afterwards, whether it be for those people, whether it be for the whole world. Something beautiful is going to come out of it. So keep focusing on the beauty, and we can keep perpetuating beauty. We can keep pushing the positivity and the love that we need, so that when this stuff is all said and done, not just in Gaza, not just in Palestine, not just in Israel, not just in fucking India, not just in those places, even here in the United States, even in Canada, even in Mexico, whatever is going on anywhere, because there's something going on everywhere. I don't care where you at. There's something happening that's not ideal. All of it's gonna come full circle, and we're gonna see that in the destruction and the sadness and the fear and the negativity, there's gonna be beauty and love and peace. It's just gonna happen that way. So allow it to happen that way. Don't be afraid. Damn, I was holding my damn thumb on the screen the whole time. Don't be afraid of the inevitable. Being afraid of something that has already been set in stone is honestly one of the hardest things on yourself, because now you're not only are you perpetuating the same fear that we're trying to relinquish, because that's dark energy that's being fed into the world, but we also have to understand that death is beautiful. Like, death is a beautiful experience inside and out. I don't care if y'all believe me when I say this or not, but I've died many times. Whether it be ego death or whether it be me actually feeling like I've experienced death, I have multiple times. I've come in close contact with. I've been dancing with death since I was youngin. Since I've been able to be out on my own. Like, I've been doing it, but I've been doing it happily, because even in the worst times, even in the times where I literally seen myself die or felt myself die or experienced death, I always came back, and it's for a reason. It's one, because I'm an infinite being of limitless possibility and potential. And it's two, because until it is time, until my mission is complete, I'm not going nowhere. You're not going nowhere until your mission's complete. If I finish my mission today and I'm going tomorrow, I'm okay with that. Because that means if I'm going tomorrow and y'all don't see me no more, that should tell you that whatever I was here to do, I did it. And y'all should be happy for me. Y'all should be proud of me. Y'all should love the fact that I was able to do what I was supposed to do. It may hurt at first. And it's not just, this doesn't apply to me. This apply to your family too, your animals, shit, yourself. It may hurt at first for the people around you, or for you if it's your loved one, but their mission was complete here. And you also have to understand reincarnation is a thing, and they're coming back, and they're going to come back even stronger to help you in other ways. Even if it's just a butterfly flying around you, look up the meaning of a butterfly. Look up what that means to your ancestral tree, and the power that holds to be surrounded by butterflies. Look it up. Nothing is coincidence. Nothing is by accident. Everything is meant. Even the worst of this shit. So live, bro. Live. Love. Laugh. Y'all know the sign. That's all you gotta do. Be happy. And I'm not saying that bad shit ain't gonna happen and that you ain't gonna feel sorrow or grief or anger, but don't let those emotions define you. Don't let those feelings dictate who you are. Because it's not. We're not this form. This is a human avatar that is being projected through our eyeballs by the universe, so the universe can experience itself and understand itself. Take away all this shit. Take away your crib, take away your car, take away your relationships, take away your money, take away all of it. Strip you down to your bare self. Even all the masks that you put on for everybody, strip all that shit away and see what happens. See the light. Find that light. Cause it's bright. It's very bright. Our truest selves are literally, what is it? Luminescent? What's that fucking word? It's a word for like very bright light, but that's what we are. We're literally just light beings. We're beings of unlimited energy, currents of electricity that are hosted in a body covered by skin or fur, if you're an animal, or bark if you're a tree. It's just the reality of it, bro. That's the reality of it. Not no goddamn elections, not no goddamn government, not no cars, not no fucking this nasty ass food that's out here. That's not even real half the time. That's not reality, bro. That's not reality. Reality is mind blowing, and that's why we haven't actually experienced it. At least some of us haven't. For those of us who have taken the time and the effort and the work to discover more about themselves and the world, you understand me when I say all this, and you also understand that this has no bind to us. This body, these emotions, these feelings, these thoughts that be circling our brain, fucking knocking us out sometimes, they have no bind to us, truly. They only are as powerful as we make them. They're only as powerful as we perceive them, and they're only as valuable as the value we give to them. So you want change? You want things to look different in your life? You want things to look different in the world? Start right in here. Start by finding what it is inside of you, who it is inside of you, and how can you use that energy? How can you use that power? How can you use that light to transform yourself? Transform your perception. And then eventually transform the world. It's simple. It's simple as fuck. I don't do anything in this life for notoriety or attention. I don't care. It's honestly the one time in my life that I can honestly say I had the most attention and notoriety for what I was doing and who I was, and all that shit brought me the most heartache and pain. Heartache and pain that, again, I would never wish on another person, even my worst enemy. Not that I have one. It took me through alcohol abuse, drug abuse, fucking not taking care of myself, giving my body away. Like, I did so many things to myself purely out of the distaste and hatred that I have for myself, because while I did so much, you look at my resume, that whole fat, I never did it for myself. I did it for attention, I did it for notoriety, or I did it because I was a people pleaser and I didn't want to let people down. Then when I started letting people down, and I wasn't going in the same direction everybody expected or I was supposed to, I was alone. I had probably a good 5 or 6 people that I could genuinely call up and like ask for help if I needed it. Not that I did, just because I was a very, I don't want to be a burden ass nigga. But it was only 5 or 6 people I could genuinely do that with. And I'm not saying that I didn't have more. I'm saying those are the only people who would be non-biased enough to understand me, allow me to speak, allow me to feel, and not try to push their own agenda on me. Because I don't care how close you are. I don't care if you're my family. I don't care if we are actually blood. If I feel like you pushing an agenda on my life and trying to dictate who I'm trying to be, especially now, dead in that. You won't see me or hear from me until I feel like you deserve my energy again. So, needless to say, I've been talking for a minute. I like this. I mean, and this is exactly what I'm saying of what I want to do with my channel. Like, I love vlogging. I do. That's something that I actually really enjoy doing now because I like taking videos and pictures of this beautiful world that we reside in. But in all honesty, like, I'm fine with more videos just like this, where I'm just sitting down, just letting y'all hear my brain, hear my thoughts, because this is the shit that I constantly think about, shit that I've thought about and tried to comprehend for years. Like, since I was a kid, I never really believed in none of this shit. I remember the day when I was like 6 or 7 that I came face to face with morality, or not morality, mortality, and I had an understanding in my heart and my soul that everything dies at some point. And while it caused a lot of heartache and pain and depression and hopelessness in a large amount of my life, it didn't stop me. It didn't break me. It didn't make me want to just say fuck everything. Even in the times that I did, it wasn't because of that. It was because I was letting the world get to me. I never, ever, ever will, one, let that happen again. Or two, I didn't understand the power that I held. Even with just understanding my mortality at such a young age. That's such a powerful thing. Sorry, I love my cat out of the bathroom. But that's such a powerful thing to understand your mortality, especially at a young age. To understand it ever, but definitely at a young age, because everything that I'm saying right now starts to make sense. But nevertheless, man, this is supposed to be the end of the damn vlog, and I ended up recording a whole goddamn segment. But at least y'all got some content. You know, I was saying I wanted more content, and here I go. So, much love and peace, y'all, man. I'm about to start today's vlog, considering this is supposed to be the end of my vlog. But, yeah, man, y'all be good, man. I love y'all. Peace, love, and eternal life to all y'all.